There I was, enjoying, what's it called? Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time. And once again, the hero is locked in mortal battle with his enemy. And along comes the woman, trots in, and provides him what he needs to save his life. What is this nonsense? Feeding this feminization garbage thing. The whole point of a man's existence is to overcome challenges. If you throw a woman into the scene to fix the problem that he's battling, you've undermined what it is that he's trying to do as a man. I'm sorry, you can tell me all day long until you are blue in the face, women are the same as men, but they're not. Okay? The whole purpose of an adventure film is not to try and make women feel okay. The purpose is to have the woman saved by the man. There's nothing, it's completely pointless to continue doing this repeated nonsense of undermining the man's valid and rightful triumph over his foe by just throwing a woman in there and saying, oh, but she had to be there. That's not how life works. That's not reality at all. It's a possibility, but the repeated stuffing of that nonsense into films is a joke. All you're trying to do is to undermine manhood. Artificially undermine it as many times as you possibly can, so as that filters into the male populace and the females start going, oh, he's nothing without me. A man can choose to devote himself to providing for a woman. She doesn't need to be in a position of equality with him, at all or ever. All she needs to do is to be comfortable. That's it. Stop trying to present women as the same as men and in the male position. Stop it. It's not true. It's a complete falsehood. It's a joke, and it's ruining our society. Everyone can see it. Every single person can see it. Male and female, domestic and foreign, because now we are swamped with foreigners because of this problem, which was the intention anyway. Undermine the men in the country, and you can start flooding the place with other people so as to undermine the national spirit of that nation. This has to be wholly reversed. Wholly and utterly reversed. It was a campaign not for the satisfaction and happiness of women. It was a campaign merely to undermine the men so that the country was vulnerable. I know it, I see it, I've recognised it, I'm not the only person. I love women. My mother was one, as it happens. And I love her. I don't have any sisters, but if I had sisters, I'd love them too. I do love the women of my nation. What I don't like is watching them being used against me and other men of our nation. We have a massive problem in our culture. A massive problem in our culture. So I'm watching a film like most people would expect to do, and I'm presented with this nonsense again and again and again and again and again and again and again. The hero, the masculine male man hero, is locked in a death battle with his adversary, right? And along comes the woman and does something, and all of a sudden, oh, well, that's great. Now you might argue it's a cute thing, you know, and it's not an impossible thing. Truly, it's not an impossible thing. I'm not suggesting it is. But the fact that it is trotted out repeatedly is an assault upon manhood in the film that you're watching. It simply is. It's totally unnecessary. Totally unnecessary. Totally unnecessary. I don't mind there being a challenging female character in the film. I don't mind a challenging woman. I like a challenging woman. I like for a woman to be intelligent. What I don't like is this specific element that keeps getting stuffed into films merely because either, oh, we think it's necessary because nowadays we have to present women as equal to men, or because we want, or the people making the film have an interest in trying to perpetuate the undermining of men. Now, in this particular instance, the Prince of Persia Sands of Time film, the rest of the film is pretty good in that regard. The lead character is presented as a masculine, forthright, leading man, which is great. I appreciate that. So why on earth, what is the point in sticking the female in a position whereby she has to be there, otherwise the guy's dead? That's not what you want. I don't want to see it as a man. I don't want to see it. It just annoys me. Why put that in there? So that we can make women feel great and strong. Really? Women need that, do they? They need to feel great and strong, do they? They're desperate to feel great and strong at the expense of the men that they're with. Why? What's the purpose of it? There are plenty of other opportunities in that film whereby the woman has demonstrated her independent ability. Yes, she's a bit of a damsel in distress, but she's a bit cheeky and she has her own mind. What's wrong with that? I don't see a problem with that. Why does our hero need to be saved by the frickin' woman? And it's like, if this happened once, I might think, aha, that's quite cute. It's all the time. It's the strategic undermining of the male, and I find it really annoying. I don't want to see it anymore. I'm tired of it. Because yeah, once it might be like a cute thing. Now I can see it's a campaign. No. I'm not into it. I'm not interested in it. I'm not into it at all. I don't want to see that ever. I'm tired of it. A film should be a platform for entertainment. Every film you see nowadays, though, has some political slight to it. Or is that the word? Slight? Agenda? Bent? Angle? Whatever. I'm tired of it. I do not watch films nowadays. I'm very, very selective with what I watch. I happen to like this film, Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time. I think it's a fun adventure film. It's got a hell of a lot going for it. But then there's this one thing that aggravates. There are some films that I get like a partway through, and I'm just like, nah. it's just garbage, and not because of the quality of the filmmaking, but because of the amount of agenda that these people are trying to stuff into it. You can't control people that way. You can't rule people that way. It won't work. All you'll do is irritate people to the point where they come and they stop it happening, which is what's going to happen. Hollywood is done. They've ruined their little plan, and it's done. It's done. It's finished. They've cooked their goose. It's done. And they've just exposed this agenda. The game is up. But for that's all it is. A little game. Filmmaking should be done for it should represent the spirit of people. It shouldn't be done to try to move them away from what's good for them. Undermining the man in society and in his family is wrong. It's an attack. Yeah, you might say this is a low-level attack, but it's just one element of this broader, feminized garbage. And that's the issue. This isn't just one thing. This is part of a bigger picture. That's why I'm raising it. Otherwise, the film is good. I like it. I just can't not mention this stuff because it bugs me. Which is, you know, what it's intended to have an effect. But the effect on me is just, I just completely reject it. It will never do what it was intended to do, which is to affect me into thinking, oh, well, women have to do such and such, otherwise men can't do it. What? No, get out of here. It's just a joke. But it is an irritant which is, you know, upsetting our society, and it has to be stopped. And it's not like it's an ordinary thing that, you know, is being removed. It's something which has been artificially installed. You know? Yeah, you might say it's not a big thing, but it's a hell of a lot of the time. A hell of a lot of the time. I wouldn't mention if it was just the odd thing, but this has happened in a lot of films. That's why I'm mentioning it. Anyway, that's that.